Ask anyone to describe Ray Brokamp, and sooner or later, a theme begins to emerge.
You know, Ray is the consummate educator.
Sort of this tall individual,
the true leader.
He's tall.
Quintessential Cincinnati.
Very tall, trusted convener.
You know, he's often one of the tallest people in the room, so he's always easy to find.
However, as far as Ray himself is concerned, the measure of a man is not recorded in feet and inches, but rather one's ability to recognize and encourage the potential in others.
If you leave your life without any evidence of the fact that you've contributed to somebody else, one would have to wonder whether you achieved anything at all.
By his own definition, Ray Brokamp is by far one of the most accomplished men in Cincinnati history, and this is his story. Born at home in Camp Washington in 1928, the second of two sons, Ray characterizes the neighborhood in which he grew up as one where trouble was easily found. Luckily, his parents had better plans for him.
My parents were not personally educated. Neither one graduated from high school. But they were dedicated to the proposition that their youngest son was going to go to college. My father said, I don't know where we're going to get the money to send you to college, but your part of the deal is you have to be prepared to go.
In 1951, Ray realized his parents' dream when he graduated from the University of Cincinnati with a degree in education. But before he could put his degree to use, his brother convinced him to join the military. After spending a year stationed in Okita, Japan, commanding a radar site, Ray returned to Cincinnati and began working for a company called Wright Engineering, producing fire control systems for the B-52 bomber. However, he couldn't shake the feeling that he was meant to do something more with his life.
I had a real serious decision to make because I wanted to teach, I thought. The only problem was I was making about $20,000 a year there. And if I were to go into teaching, I would have had to sacrifice quite a few dollars because the starting salary was $3,200. I talked to Pauline, my wife, about this, and she said, if that's what you want to do, we'll make it. Well, Pauline's a very special, very, very special person. She was able to make $3,200 go a long, long way, and she made whatever has occurred to me possible.
Everyone really knows that it's Pauline who has made this marvelous man. And she's been gracious enough to allow him to take all the bows for being the person he is.
Brokamp began his teaching career at Woodward High School and soon found himself progressing through the Cincinnati Public School system with stops at Taft, Western Hills, Gamble Junior High, Walnut Hills, Lyon Junior High, and back to Walnut Hills as principal before becoming superintendent.
The impression I will always have is a sort of this tall individual in the main hall of the school. And when we were slightly mischievous as seventh graders, Ray would have always approached us with a great smile and a nod and a wink, and we didn't do it again.
After he'd only been there 2 years as principal, there was a comment in the yearbook that for the first time someone at the top was listening to the students.
Though the salary is not good now or ever, the rewards are enormous if you really enjoy watching people progress.
In 1987, Ray Brokamp retired from Cincinnati Public Schools. In actuality, this was his second retirement. In 1978, he ended a 27-year career in the Air Force Reserves with the rank of lieutenant colonel. However, it wasn't long before the free time made Ray restless.
After about 6 months, Pauline said, okay, this has been fun, but you got to get back out of here. I started rearranging her kitchen and various things like that, which didn't lead to marital bliss.
Ray had been informed of an opening at the Cincinnati USA Regional Chamber for the Leadership Cincinnati director. After initially brushing it off, he eventually decided to accept the job that would become his career for the next 21 years.
Being associated with established leaders in this community over that period of time gives me the best Rolodex in town, bar none. and gives me an association which has brought enormous joy and appreciation for the people who make this city the special place it is.
When you can get this diverse group of leaders at either the apex or certainly on the rise of their professional careers, all bragging about their class being the best class ever, that's a real testament to Ray and his impact on that program.
Really speaks of the quality of the program and the man in the leadership who develop a program where when you enter, you're not the same person when you come out.
Ray's the ultimate teacher because he treats everyone he teaches like a kid. Treats you honestly, openly, gives you the benefit of the doubt, thinks of you as being pure right from the start.
He's moved us closer to the community, he's moved us closer to each other, and he's moved us closer to the future we all want to live in.
He has given many of us a whole new way of seeing the city, a whole new way of growing.
Personally, I think that what Ray has taught me, that it's less about what you know and more about what you're willing to discover.
I think Ray's children and grandchildren know what a wonderful man he is. I want them to know how wonderful the whole community knows he is.
Dad, you've had a wonderful career. You've been a terrific dad and will always be my best friend and hero.
For all of those hundreds and thousands of people who went to Walnut Hills when Ray was the principal, somebody this evening has to give a little, what do you say, Ray Bro? Hey, Mr. Brokamp, congratulations.